My name is Miss Nicole, and I am going to be reading the Parent Handbook 2024 so that all of the parents that are enrolling will know what our policies are regarding everything that has to do with our school. Let's get started. Our mission statement is to train up a child in the way they should go, spiritually, academically, creatively, physically, and socially. Upon leaving KKA PBA, each child will be greatly familiarized with the concepts of visual arts, theater arts, music, and dance. The experiences and friendships that they gain at this program will help mold them for any future artistic endeavors. Our hours of operation. We will be open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Our program will add an initial $5 late fee and an additional dollar minute per minute fee every minute that the child is at the center past 5:35. So we close at 5:30, but you have a 5-minute grace period. At 5:35 is when you will get that $5 late fee and then a dollar every minute thereafter. Vacations. Parents, when you're going to take a vacation or your child is not going to be at school for an extended amount of time, please let us know. But your same tuition is still due because we are a school based on enrollment and not attendance. Our holidays, there's a list of holidays here that are considered paid holidays. On those days, for instance, MLK Day, New Year's Day, President's Day, spring breaks, Good Friday, Memorial Day, and a host of other holidays. Those days are considered paid holidays. We might be closed on those days, and we might just close early on those days. You would have to check your calendars, and every month when we send out our newsletters, check the newsletter to see what it would be for that particular month. But again, those are paid holidays. There's no break or anything in tuition. Normal tuition will still be due. Free week of tuition. Families that are with us for over a year will receive a certificate or voucher that allows them to choose one free week of service the following year. The certificate voucher is only valid during the next year. It cannot be saved and added to the third or second or fourth year certificate. The family must contact the office manager to ensure and secure the date of the free week voucher. Your week must be approved before you can use your voucher. Please contact the office manager 2 to 3 weeks prior to the week you would like to apply for the voucher. The date may or may not be approved depending on other families' vouchers. It is all based on first come, first serve. And please note that the families must be in good standing and are current on their tuition payments to receive and apply the voucher. Enrollment requirements. Registration fee for new enrollees. There's a $35 fee when they enroll. They have a supply fee when they enroll. The supply fee is paid biannually, so it is due in August and in January. Also, you would be required to bring wipes, box of Kleenex, some sanitizer, bleach, and other things that your teacher might specifically want for her class. Please see your teacher for more items needed. Also, to enroll, you would need to come to the school, visit, and allow us to assess your child to see where they are academically and see where they would be better placed. Parents must also watch this video and complete the written quiz. They would also need a sleeping cot that you can find on Amazon or at Walmart. You would also need to bring the original documents of your driver's license or ID in your child's shot records. Copies can be made at our center, and we will keep the copies and give you your originals back, of course. Outside food and toys. Toys that are brought from home will not be the responsibility of KKA PBA. If it gets lost or stolen or broken, we will not be held responsible for any replacements. So our rule of thumb is it's just best that you do not bring any outside toys. Sometimes people or sometimes the kids will sneak them in their bags and then they'll pop up and we'll see them and we know that it's not theirs. We will put them back in their backpacks. Sick children. Every child will be observed for symptoms of illness and abuse. Any child showing symptoms of illness will be separated from the group. If his or her appearance worsens, the parents will be notified. If your child's temperature becomes above 100.4 degrees, if they have excessive diarrhea, 2 or more runny bowel movements, or they're continuously vomiting, they need to be picked up immediately. If these behaviors are occurring before they arrive at the center, please keep them at home. Please make sure they are fever-free and diarrhea-free for 24 hours with no medication before returning them to school. This is to ensure the safety and well-being of all the children. Teething in the infant room may be an exception, maybe. If any child shows evidence of abuse, the Department of Family Protective Services will be notified. Release of children. Your child will only be allowed to leave with the person whose name is on file, or if you give us written notice or a text message with that person's name. When they come to pick them up, we will ask them for their ID and we will make a copy of it and put it in their file for that day. If they do need to come back, a month or so later, we will have it in their file, but they will still not be able to pick them up a month later unless you tell us that day that they are going to be picked up. Transportation. Any children that will be transported while in care will use seat belts in the appropriate types of seats for that child's weight and age. Medications. If your child needs prescription medicine administered, please sign the medicine information sheet stating the dosage, frequency of medicine to give your child, and you make sure that their medicine will be clearly labeled with the child's full name, and we would need your signature. Medical emergencies. If any child is seriously injured or becomes seriously ill, one of the team members will administer CPR and first aid that is appropriate for them until EMTs arrive. The parents will be contacted as soon as possible with information from the paramedics. If there's a medical emergency that requires them to get to the emergency room immediately, and we feel that it will take the emergency room too long to get to them, we will take them to the closest and nearest emergency room. On your admissions form, you are going to need to check for emergencies that we can transport your child. It is not an option. If you do not mark it, you will not be able to be enrolled here. Allergies and the allergy preparedness plan. If your child has an allergy to food that has been diagnosed by a doctor, we will need the parent to complete the app. It's an allergy preparedness plan. On this plan, it will include the food that your child is allergic to, the symptoms to look for in the event that they've been exposed to that food, and how to help dissolve the allergic reaction. This form must be signed and dated by the parent and by your medical physician. Child care safety. Children will be observed at pickup for high fever and other illnesses. If they are found to be ill, parents will need to take them home with them. If they've already been dropped off, parents will need to come back and pick them up. Fire drills and bad weather. The child care will perform monthly drills to ensure that the staff and children are aware of procedures in case of inclement weather and or fire. Parent expectations. Pick up your child promptly before the close of business. If later absent, please call us, text us, let us know. Notify the Center of Illnesses. Keep very ill children at home for rest and recuperation. Dress children according to the weather, because we will go outdoors every day that we are permitted to go out with the weather. So if it's a little chilly outside, make sure they have a jacket. If they need gloves, mittens, all that stuff, make sure they have it with them. And please, please, please be prompt in your tuition payments. I'm going to stop right here and break this down really quick. To me, it is very important that our teachers are kept happy and healthy. So one, we want to keep them healthy by making sure that any children that are sick stay at home. We want to keep them happy by making sure that they have a certain amount of hours so that they can plan their lives accordingly. Our teachers have a set amount of hours so that they can live. Okay, so when we are requiring that tuition payments be made at a certain time, please make those payments at a certain time in order to decrease a high turnover rate with teachers, especially with young children. I do the very best I can to make sure that they get their payments on time. I do the very best that I can during those holiday times to give them a break so that they can rest and recuperate themselves so that they can come back and love on your children, my children, our children. So when I say I want to keep my teachers happy and healthy, I mean that. We're not here just to make money, but we are here doing what we can for the children, and we also need to live. They also have bills. So please, please, please make your tuition payments on time. Kingdom Kids expectations. What you can expect from us is lots of TLC, tender love and care, nutritionally balanced breakfast, lunch, snacks, smoke-free and drug-free environment, a positive feedback for all of your child's attempts. Anything they do, we're going to boost them up and make them feel like they are in heaven. Outdoor play areas for your child, yearly performances, and assessments throughout the year to see how much they have grown and learned. Oh, constant communication. We are going to communicate with our parents, the staff, with everybody using Class Dojo, using flyers that will be posted outside of our doors, and on some occasions we will actually staple a flyer to your bag so that we know that every single parent gets the information that we are trying to give to you. Immunizations. All children enrolled at KKPVA need to have immunizations or a signed affidavit stating that they don't receive immunizations for religious reasons. Our meals. We do not have a commercial kitchen in our space. We will provide a simple breakfast that contains a grain of fruit and a milk for breakfast, and we will have our lunches catered in. Snacks will be provided in the mornings and in the afternoons. Parents will be responsible for bringing still that large snack once per month, and we may or may not be able to follow all of the parents' preferences, but we will honor all food allergies and make necessary changes. Please send doctors notations of food allergies with that app, the allergy preparedness plans. Animals. KKPVA does have school pets. We have a family of guinea pigs at our school. We love them, and we're going to use them to help teach our children about kindness to Mother Nature and animals, and we're going to teach them about responsibility. Oh, suspension and expulsion of children. Children that display a constant disruptive behavior will be given 3 written notices of behavioral misconduct. If they receive 3 notices, they will be removed from our program. Please read our code of conduct regarding reasons why a child might be sent home and given a write-up. Our code of conduct is on our webpage, so you need to read that, because at the end of this, you are going to receive a notice that you're going to have to sign saying that you did read that and that you did watch this video. Safe sleep policies for infants. All infants will be put to sleep in their own beds with no blankets, no toys, and no bottles. They may only be able to sleep with the clothes they have on. They will be laid on their backs to sleep. If they have a health condition that requires them to sleep with a wedge or other special needs, please get a doctor's note signed. Newborns are not able to be swaddled. They must have access to their arms while sleeping. When they can flip from tummy to back, we will allow. Physical activities. KKA-PVA believes that each child needs a minimum of 30 minutes of physical activity per day. We include in our schedule 10 minutes of PE after children's church. We also include 20 to 40 minutes of outdoor recess for each class. In the event that outdoors is not available, we will use indoor recess, dance time, as our PE activity for the day. Policy updates. If any of our policies that are in here are changed, we will send all parents an amended version of the new policy. The parents will have to sign a sheet of paper saying that they did receive that new updated policy, and we will keep a copy in your file, and you will be able to have a copy sent home with you. Water activities. We will not go to any swimming pools or have any swimming pools at our facility. Insect repellent and sunscreen. During the summer months, we will not provide sunscreen or insect repellent for the children for the safety and for allergic reaction reasons. Please provide any sunscreen or insect repellent when needed. Parent involvement and volunteers. We would love to have parent volunteers to come in when they have time. But if you want to be a parent volunteer that comes in on a consistent basis, like you want to come in every Tuesday from 2 to 5 to volunteer, you will have to have a background check and it will have to clear in order for you to volunteer on that continual basis. If you want to come for your child's birthday party, or if we have a Thanksgiving party or a Valentine's party and you're just going to be there for like 30 minutes to an hour, hour and a half or so, you do not need to have a background check. But if you do want to come on a very continual basis, you will have to have a background check and be cleared to be able to stay. Licensing inspection reports. Parents can view our most recent inspection reports on the board near the front door. Breastfeeding mothers. Our school has a family bathroom located to the right of our suite. We will provide you with a folding chair if you need to nurse in there, or you can go into any of the younger classrooms and sit in any of the chairs there facing away from the children so that you may breastfeed your infants. Information regarding the local licensing office will be on our board near the front door. Children's health statements. Each child must have a health care statement from their pediatrician stating that they are well enough to attend school at KKA PBA. Please note this is mandatory for all children to start. Weather, activity, temperature. Our school will go outside every day unless it is raining or if the weather is below 55 degrees. If your child comes to school, they will be required to go outside with their classes scheduled. So please dress your children accordingly. So if you bring your kid to school and you say, oh, he's a little bit under weather, I don't want him to go outside when y'all go today, he's still going to be required to go outside. If in our schedule we say we go outside at 10:30 to 11:50 for every day, and you bring your child to school, they're going to have to go outside, because if they're well enough to come to school, they're well enough to follow the schedule that we have for the day. So please, please, please dress your children accordingly. Emergency preparedness plan. In the event that we have an emergency that requires us to leave our suite, we will relocate to Mr. Jim's Pizza as a safe location to call and contact parents regarding the emergency. A chart showing our emergency escape plans will be supplied as needed. It is actually on our board near the front door. Allergies and EpiPens. We are not licensed medical staff here. We will watch a video on how to use an EpiPen. If there is an emergency and the EpiPen is needed, we will use it with permission from the parents, written. Children with special needs. We will accept most children with special needs if we have enough staff to effectively support their needs. They will be given the opportunity to join all classroom activities, but they will not be forced. Discipline. Discipline is a form of love. It is important to teach our children as early as possible about consequences. Our goal is to teach children to comply with authoritative figures with respect. As parents, we must recognize that not only at home, but also at school, work, and in the real world, there's always going to be rules that need to be followed. So it's important to introduce rules and boundaries to our children so that they will have smooth transitions in new atmospheres as they grow older. We have a rewarding system here. We use a financial literacy concept to help the children learn the value of money and learn how to manage their behavior. We give the children bags with their names printed on the front. They earn dollars for good behavior, being good citizens, taking initiative, showing kindness. We also take away dollars based on not following directions and not being a good citizen. At the end of the week, they are allowed to use the money that they have earned and saved during the week to buy goods, treats, and whatever they want from our treasure box. Security camera. There will be a security camera in the school. Viewing is only accessible to the director, management, and the child care regulation authorities. Uniforms. Our students are required to wear the school uniform Monday through Thursday. Wednesdays, there is an option to wear the color of the week. If they do not have on the color of the week, they need to wear the school uniforms. If they do not wear the color of the week, they need to be in uniform. Fridays are the free dress day, the free dress days. So on Fridays, they can wear what they want to wear. And they can wear pajamas on Fridays if they wanted to. They can wear a princess costume on Fridays if they wanted to. They can wear whatever they want to, unless it is a Friday where we will assign spirit shirts to be worn. And those would be used also when we take our field trips. Okay? And these are the school colors. It's like a bright teal turquoise color, lavender, and gold. And I also want to tell you that this book that has all this information in it will be by the sign-in table at the front door. Tuition. Our tuition is based on enrollment and not attendance. Tuition is valid from August to August. If you sign up on August the 1st or August the 15th or whenever you sign up for the beginning of our school year, whatever fee you sign up for in August, you will pay that for the entire year until the next August. Even if your child's birthday is in December, their rate will not change. They will stay the same all the way from August to August. We do not change rates based on your birth date. It is changed at the end of the school year going into the next school year from August to August. Holding fees. Tuition is based on enrollment, not attendance. So if your child is sick, if you go out of town, if grandma comes in town and wants to babysit your child, you still have to pay your regular tuition. We don't have daily rates or part-time rates. Whatever tuition you sign up for, that's the tuition you will pay for the whole week, for the entire time of your enrollment. This is a contract. All right. Payment due dates. Payments are due on Fridays. They are due the Friday before the week of service. So if today is January the 5th, you would pay your tuition today for the service that'll be given on Monday, January the 8th. Payments are late after 10 a.m. on Friday. A $10 fee will be added to your invoice after 10 o'clock on Friday. On Saturday, you will add another $10. On Sunday, we would add another $10. By Monday, you will be owing $40 on top of your tuition if it is not paid. We do not accept checks. We do accept Zelle, Cash App, and on occasions, if you need and must, we will accept cash. End of the year tax statements. At the end of the year, you will receive a statement totaling your expenses for childcare. The statement will include your payments and our tax ID number. If your account is not current, you will not get your end of the year printout. You will have to use your payment receipts because you will receive payment receipts from QuickBooks. Sick students. If your child is sick, you're still responsible for paying on time, paying your normal fee. We have an example of a school schedule here. It says 6:30, we open. They'll be allowed to play with a few centers. 7:15, wash hands. 7:20, eat breakfast. 7:50, go to the bathroom, check diapers. 8:05, we have church. 8:35, we have a group discussion, and then we have our PE time. Then we break up about 8:45, 8:50 to go to our separate classes. Each class has their own little circle time, and they have what they're going to do. They'll have another break time to go use the restroom. They'll have snacks. They'll have classwork. They'll have centers, which could be indoor or outdoor, recess. Go to the bathroom again. They'll have a morning extracurricular activity. A morning extracurricular class would be considered our science class, social studies class, music class, guidance class, and art class. After they have that extracurricular class, about 12:20, 12:30, they'll go to the bathroom, wash their hands, check diapers, pull-ups, then they'll come back and eat lunch. After lunch, they have a story time, and they have a nap time. When they get up, they'll go to the bathroom again, wash their hands, check diapers and pull-ups, come back for snacks. After snacks, they have an afternoon language class. That's when we'll be learning our French, sign language, Spanish, German, and Japanese. After they have their language class, they'll go to the bathroom again. Then we'll go to centers. That can be indoor or outdoor, recess or centers. They'll come back in from outside, go to the bathroom again, wash their hands, come in for story time. After story time, it will be cleanup time at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, something quiet comes on so the teachers can make sure that they have time to sanitize their rooms, toys, and whatever they played with while the children have their quiet time. And that's a sample schedule for us. And that is the end of our video. Please make sure that you get this form that says thanks for joining our school. You will need to sign it saying that you watched this. You will also receive a quiz that you're going to have to complete and ace before your child can enroll. Thank you guys so much for joining with us. I love kids. I love them. I love them. And I love you for bringing them to us. Have a beautiful and blessed year.